Are you a trumpet player who's looking to expand their upper register on the trumpet? What's going on, everybody? This is Trumpet Tips with JC, and in this video I'm going to be showing you an exercise that will help you expand your upper register on the trumpet. Let's get to it. In order to expand our upper register on the trumpet, we must have a system set in place that will help us do that. I'm going to show you guys an exercise that I like to do that helps me expand my upper register on the trumpet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on middle C, and then I'm going to slur up. So middle C, D, E, F, and then hold G on top of the staff for 4 beats. And then after that, I'm going to go all the way down to the low register and play a low G. Let me show you. So the reason why I'm having you hold the top note out for 4 beats like that is so that you can get the muscles around your embouchure acquainted with that top note. So that way when you get ready to go play actual music, you're able to hit that note and even sustain that note because your muscles are used to that top note when you're playing it. And the reason why I'm having you play that bottom G in the lower register is so that you can loosen up the lips and be able to hit the higher parts of the exercise as you move on into it. If you don't play that low G and then try to go for that exercise, what you're going to realize is that your lips are going to get really, really tight. And when that happens, when you get ready to play in the upper register, you're going to end up pinching your embouchure. And when you do that, your sound is going to become narrow, or you may not get any sound at all because your lips are so tight that you're closing down the aperture, which is where the air needs to blow through in order to get sound out of the instrument. Now I'm going to go up a half step in the exercise. So I'm going to start with C sharp, and then D sharp, and then E sharp or F natural, then F sharp, and then high G sharp at the top. I'm going to go up another half step, starting on D. So in those last set of 5 notes, I accidentally overshot that top note, but that's alright. If you do that, no need to worry. Just make sure you end up hitting that partial if you do end up overshooting that note. So I'm going to skip a few of those sets of 5 notes and go up higher so I don't bore you guys to death with this exercise. So I'm going to start on G on top of the staff, and I'll end up at D above high C on top of the staff. I'm going to go up another half step, starting on G sharp, and I'll end up on D sharp or E flat above high C. So if you notice, when I'm holding out those top notes in those sets of 5, I'm putting vibrato in them. And the reason being is because I want these notes to sound very musical. Oftentimes when trumpet players play in the upper register, they just yell them out or put a lot of volume behind the horn, and it sounds really bad and out of whack. And we don't want to sound like that. That defeats the whole purpose of being a musician. And when we're musicians, we want to focus on sounding good. It doesn't matter what you do skill-wise. When we don't sound good, it's very hard for our audience to listen to what we're playing. So I'm going to go even higher. I'm going to go up a half step, and I'm going to start on G, and I'm going to end up on E above high C. I'm going to go up another half step, starting on B flat and ending on F natural above high C. So as you can see there, the note actually didn't speak at all this time around. And if that happens to you guys, it's because you're actually training your lips to figure out where that higher note is at. So don't be discouraged if you get no sound at all, or if you're struggling with hitting that top note. I'm going to try that again, because that may have been a fluke right there. Yep. So that's pretty much my stopping point right there. I like to do a 3 strikes and you're out, but I only did that twice, and I can already feel that I'm not going to be able to sustain that note for a 3rd time. So once you get to a point where you're struggling with sustaining that top note for 4 beats in the exercise, stop right there. You are done playing high notes for the day. What trumpet players end up doing is that they'll try to go even higher, and when you do that, you're going to end up weakening your chops, and you definitely don't want to do that. So after you do this exercise, just go into a warm down, play some low notes, and then come back to it the next day. So all in all, this exercise is an embouchure strength building exercise. You have to have the embouchure strength in order to be able to hit those higher notes in the upper register. And your lips really have to know where those notes are when you're getting ready to play those higher notes in the exercises and even music that you play. That's why a lot of lead trumpet players like Maynard Ferguson, Bobby Shue, John Faddis, James Morrison, the list goes on and on and on. They can play high like that on a consistent basis because they work on these kinds of exercises every single day in order to keep that upper register going every single day when they're practicing and even when they're performing. Also, when you're doing this exercise, as I stated in my last video in regards to mouthpiece pressure, make sure you're applying that pressure right underneath your bottom lip and not on the lip that buzzes. Because remember, when you do that, you're going to get little to no sound whatsoever when we're putting all the mouthpiece pressure on our top lip. So there you have it. That's how you expand your upper register on the trumpet. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. This is Trumpet Tips with JC, and I'll see y'all in the next video.